welcome to another episode of Table Talk. Today we're taking a look at something a little different than usual. Today we're going to be looking at the Advanced Monsters 1 deck and the Basic and Expansion Heroic Skills deck, both of which are basically a community expansion for the game HeroQuest. Now, specifically made by the person or people at MythosQuest. They were kind enough to share the files with me. Now, when I went to actually get these printed out, soon after it started, I had issues with my printer, basically completely mirror imaging some of the backs of the cards when I tried to print it two-sided. It also had issues with the ink. And so partway through, you will see the color degrade as we go on. That is because of my printer, not because of the files provided by MythosQuest. Now, for those that want real cards in their hands, not just paper printed or some sort of card or paper stock or some sort printed out on and then cut themselves, you can order these from DriveThruCards as well as MythosQuest themselves, in order to actually have physical copies that are essentially professionally done. So that way you're not relying on your own scissor skills, which for me, I can't cut a straight line to save my life. So, and unless I'm using a paper cutter of some sort. And with that being said, I typically never actually go the right exact angle when I'm cutting. So it may be a straight line, but it's at an angle and ruins everything anyway. So I know that eventually down the road, we are planning on ordering our own of these sets. So that way we actually have professional produced, printed, cut cards that we'll be able to use to expand on the game. Now, so basically what this is, first the Advanced Monsters deck. MythosQuest does multiple decks available for you to pick from, all of which are available through either Facebook Marketplace, messaging them directly and ordering them, or going through DriveThruCards. And we'll provide those direct links in some of the comments, so that way you can actually go and copy them and or in the description for the actual video itself if you're watching this on YouTube. So specifically, as it states, this is basically to expand on the game. This set does come with 15 monster cards, 14 basic monster ability cards, 23 advanced monster ability cards, 2 NPC cards, and 2 NPC abilities. And then it even goes through with cards on how to set up, how to play, going through, and then eventually even giving you a full list of where these monsters and enemies can be used. So starting off with, we have Sir Ragnar, the Mentor, and then for their abilities, Sir Ragnar, King's Knight, has a torch attack, and then the Mentor, Guardian of Lortome, has Echo Magic. So basically allowing you to take these iconic characters and bring them into the game. Now for this set, we did not attempt to print them double-sided because the first print run of the basic and expansion cards, those ones were the ones that got screwed up because my printer went crazy. And then we have the NPC ability back, as well as the general MythosQuest cards that are meant to go on the backside of those. Now, partway through the print job, again, my printer went crazy. This is not a issue with the files provided. This is an issue with my printer being stupid. But we have the Dread Sorcerer, Nachtka Goblin, the Stone Warrior, Gorgorak, Ulag, Barag, Velmarg, and Zoriana. Golthor, Brak, Mordoz, Valor, Zargon himself, Witchlord number 2, and Witchlord number 1. Now here we are on the ability cards. The Mummy Guardian, the Witch of Dread Flame, the Dread Gargoyle, Dread Sorcerer, the Goblin's Poisonous Attack, the Skeletons, Zombie, and Mummy, basically giving some additional abilities. The Witch Lord, Fire Mage, Zombie Wizard, Orc Warlock, Witch Lord 2, and then Zargon the Dread Lord. And basically, each of these are meant to make the game essentially substantially more difficult. And then we actually have more ability cards featuring some of the same guys. So this is what the back of those cards look like. And this is what the backside of the cards, when you print them properly, should look. Now here we are with the ink going a little bit nuts. And again, this is my printer being stupid, not the files provided. And then the last set of cards for this set. Now what's great is the team there did a fantastic job making these look and feel like actual HeroQuest cards, and the art looks very much like the same style that you'd see already in the actual live game, so it fits in very well. Now I did actually have a conversation with the team there and confirmed that most, if not all, of the art is generated using AI currently, but they do actually plan on replacing the art with paid art down the road as they continue to expand on their line and release more stuff. All right, now the basic and expansion skills does come with an imp card, which then we get another imp over here, which I'm pretty sure those are supposed to actually be back to back on the same thing. As you can see, this page right here, we ended up reprinting this one because it said it only finished that much and said the print was done. And then we did it, and it redid it in a photo paper size for some random reason, because again, my printer is crazy. With Gem Seeker, Metalsmith, Battle Rage, Battle Veteran, Dwarven Toughness. Basically, these are to expand on some of the existing character cards. And then we have Elf Skills, Wizard Skills, Ancient Wisdom, Lunar Invocation, Lore Master, Spell Scribe, Recall Magic, Alchemy, Spellblade, and Will of the Elder. Now, again, I think that whatever prompts he used to generate the art, he did a fantastic job, because it seriously looks like actual art from the game. And overall, the cards, the quality on them is fantastic. I think he absolutely did a phenomenal job. And so these ones also help with expanding on the monk, as well as the Warlock. This one got crumpled in the printer because it went nuts doing the Druid and Bard. I know that the team is outside of the US, and reading some of these cards, the phrasing used does sound, very much like English is not their first language, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But overall, I think that the cards are fantastic. MythosQuest did a great job on these, and they even actually go so far to include instructions on actually how to print these cards correctly, and including dimensions to set up for everything, so that way you can make sure that it's all set to go and will print properly. Overall, I think that these are fantastic. I am looking forward to when I can actually get a proper set in my hands, as well as some of the other packs that they also offer. But again, you can get this through Facebook Marketplace directly, message him directly to place an order, or you can go to DriveThruCards and order them there. And again, those links will be provided either in the comments or in the description, depending on if you're viewing this on TikTok or YouTube. So again, overall, great job on the cards. Can't wait to actually mix them into my existing decks and start playing with them more. And overall, reading through each of them, I think that a lot of thought and care went into crafting these, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what other cards they come out with. Now, I'm hoping to make this an actual series over time. There are a lot of community members that are actually creating content, creating characters, creating minis for the game that can be expanded and follow the same style of model, same color and everything. So if you don't paint them, it'll still fit with the different heroes. And then likewise, providing cards with each of them as well, providing boxes that actually look and feel like the traditional character boxes if you're buying individual characters as well. And so I'm hoping to have more of those on the show eventually. And hopefully that'll end up being sooner than later. But fingers crossed, just because each one of those groups that I've found are all based outside of the US. There's no US based ones. So if you're like me in the US, then a lot of it includes increased costs due to tariffs and things like that. And so you got to make sure that you work out that pricing and everything ahead of time, so that way there's no confusion there. And what's great is each of the providers of the models and those sets have all communicated those costs and what the increased cost due to the tariffs would make it be in the end, so that way there's no surprises. And so kudos to all of the community members that are creating these contents. There's even some that, or at least one that I've seen that is now started adapting xenomorphs from the Aliens movies into HeroQuest as well. So a lot of cool stuff is out there. The community is full of super talented people, MythosQuest especially, and definitely, again, looking forward to checking more of these cards out and seeing what else they have to offer. So thank you guys for watching as always, and we'll catch you next time.